How you doing? John here, another episode of What's the Satori. February, trying to stay on top of them this time round. Lost the run of ourselves towards the end of last year. It's very busy, still very busy, hence we've got no Patrick with us today, unfortunately. He's just out the door as usual. But you can see a nice bit of sunshine in the face there, so I'll stay back here. Weather's coming good weather, good training. Let's be having it. So February started off being a busy one. It started off, first weekend was the Northern Irish Open, so we were up there. Liam McCourt runs a comp up there, which is good. We had a stand there for the Zuboni equipment, etc. And yeah, good comp, good times. The lads were doing well that were out there. Some good performances on the day. A few guys there a bit newer to competition, getting in and getting some experience as well. So it was a good day all out. Standout performances will be Patsy, done quite well, some nice technique there, and Max as well. Max had a crazy weekend that weekend. He done that one up there. The guys messed up the maps on the way up, so we had a bit of a close call of actually getting him there for his first match, but it worked out all right. Got up there. He had 4 matches. He won 3 of them on submission, one of them by a nice points margin. And then the following day we were back here in the gym for the grassroots. He won that one as well. And then he done a super fight as well against Max Lally, and that was a great fight. And yeah, it's great to see. It's great to see. He's only got into teens bracket, or the adults bracket, this year, I believe it is, because he's going 18 this year, so he's still 17. And yeah, his levels it's only started the year, and his levels going up and up. So fair play to him. I literally had to kick them off the mat last night because I was so tired. I was like, class meant to finish about 9:15. It was 10:05. And they were still sparring. I'd gone in and showered and all, and I came back out. I was like, here lads, come on, just get off the mats. 2 of them gave me the fingers. Him and Jamie Dixon. So fair play to them, fair play to them. Yeah, and a good camaraderie between them and the other teams as well. They came up together, but they're still on the come up. Obviously, they're only fucking blue belts of still like 17, 18, 19, a bunch of them, but got a good bunch of guys there and they're doing well, so fair play to them. And yeah, fair play to Max in particular, who was the one that stood out that weekend. Another weekend is going to be another one of the guys. Yeah, the grassroots, the kids league was on first, and it was a big one. I think it was 270 kids or something like that, which is brilliant, you know, just for them to be able to compete that much, when only a few years ago, some years there wasn't any kids competition, or there was just our category at the Dublin International Open. Sorry, we always done a kids category at the Dublin International Open. Sometimes that'd be the only comp for them. So it's great to see that there's so many competitions available for the kids now. Obviously, competition isn't for every kid, it's just a part of the overall training. Whether they do it or not is up to themselves, but if they do want to compete, which a whole bunch of ours do, it's great to have some events for them there. Kids League. Then straight after that was the grassroots. We ran the grassroots here. Thanks to Yanis for helping out with that, because I had to leave just as that started. And Yanis has been helping out, like he's been internationally, he's been helping out at NAGA events around Europe. He's still 19, I think. Yeah, he's 19 forever, Yanis is. Yeah, he's a good guy. Obviously, he's good at jiu-jitsu. He's a multiple-time national champion. He's finished his degree this summer, so he's only got like a couple of months left. He's going to be out qualified in sports coaching, business management. And he has years worth of coaching experience. He coached some tennis when he was younger beforehand, years worth of coaching, jiu-jitsu here as well. Like, he's the full package. Like, when he came in the door, he said someday he wanted to run an academy, and yeah, he's in really good position to be able to run an academy just straight away. Like, when he finishes that course, when he's still 19, there's no reason why he couldn't run a large academy, like not just like, you know, 10 people training in a hall. I'm talking about like 100 people or more. So yeah, it's great to have him on board and see him progressing like that, watching him develop alongside us, and yeah, looking forward to see where it ends up. So he helped with grassroots while we went up to Cage Warriors, and that was only we haven't done so many AMI fights just yet, but Jamie Nolan was out there. It was a good match. It was a very good match. It was great to see. Thanks for the guys from Cage Warriors for having us up there. It was a good show. It's a really big promotion, so it's great to be involved on it. And it's great to see the MMA program starting to blossom. Like, it's still early days, still very early days, obviously, but we've got something good going on, and long may it last. Long may it last. Those two guys, Jamie Nolan and Max Fogarty, like I was saying, were some of the standouts on the weekend, and they got promoted then straight off the back of them. Max got his blue belt, Jamie got his blue belt. So looking forward to seeing them in competition at that level and all the way up. Like, there's no reason why they can't go all the way up. And that's, yeah, it's a good one to say. Once they stay in martial arts long term, they're getting those long term benefits from it. The amount of people I just noticed, like, more than usual, that came up to me in February and said it to me, that how much martial arts have helped change their lives. I have a few people, and you wouldn't have even thought of it, that those people were those sort of people, but they said that they're heavy on the session, like heavy on the Class A drugs, ended up in a bad way mentally, and then eased into some martial arts and helped get them out of that hole. So there's 2 or 3 people said that to me specifically during February, and it was like, I was surprised by 1 or 2 of them. I was like, Jesus, some of the stuff they're saying, you're like, holy fuck. Like, but fair play to them. They found something, a vehicle for their own self-improvements, for their own growth, and just happy to be a small part of that. So fair play to everyone out there improving themselves, and yeah, happy to be part of it, and long may it last. What else? Yeah, busy start to the year. Anyone around the gym would have noticed that there's a few extra people in the door, and we never noticed that before, so I don't know why it was particularly this year. Most years it's just the same all year round. There's a little bit more in January, a little bit of drop off in the summer, etc. But this year there seems to be a good few people in January, and also of our normal membership, the guys, a lot more were down more regularly. So keep that going throughout the year as much as possible. Like, if you're down like 2-3 times a week during January, and you normally do like maybe 1 to 2 times per week, say keep it as much as possible in that 2 to 3 range. That's when you'll see more progress. Now, everyone's still progressing just because of the sheer amount of time that they've been doing it, like, over the years, but if you can get more regular training in week on week, you'll progress faster. You know, you'll feel better, you get those endorphin reliefs, which we all love, and yeah, it'll help out big style. A few other things that were new start of the year was the women's only course we done. So first one went reasonably well. It's a pretty good course. We tweaked it off the back of it, and now the next one is starting today, 1st of March. We're going to be running our second one, so if anyone's around and wants to do that. We done the first one all for free. Everyone that done it for free, as far as I know. Well, that was what they were meant to do anyway, so if anyone paid, it was for free. But I believe everyone done it for free. And then this one we're going to do, there was not a backlash, but there was a few people not so happy that we were running it. Lots of calls about sexism and stuff like this from ladies. So I don't know. The next one, we done it. The idea was to help people out. This one we're going to start charging a bit for, so it's going to be 50 quid for the 4 weeks. However, we're kind of in the middle, so we're probably going to do about half of the slots on the course for free. So we get a group of about 20 in. I'd say about 10 or slightly more will get to do it for free, which is brilliant. Like, so if you want in, just give us a shout. There's also the women's only self-defense, or not self-defense, sorry, it's S&C course. They've been flying it. They've been nice and regular. The feedback we're getting from it is that they really enjoy it. A new face around the gym would be Maeve, who's running that, and there's another couple of new faces that you might have seen around. We're just tweaking the support system, basically, of the people that are there to serve you. So you might just see a few different faces coming and going as we tweak that. Like, we're always, you know me, like, just tweaking stuff all the time, just trying to get as high a level and as close to perfection as we can get. So that's what we're at. We're still a bit away from perfection, of course. So there'll be lots of progress to be had. Yeah, what else? More on the MMA. Like, the MMA program seems to be like, it's starting to pick up pace. You know, it was a bit quiet for a while, but it's starting to pick up pace now. We had the matchups in Port Arlington there. 3 of the guys were down. It was a good weekend. The preparation was reasonably good. Standout was Jord O, I think he calls himself these days. He's so many different names. Jordan INE. He was down there, and yeah, he put on a good display. He's a good one, a breath of fresh air around the gym. Good character to have. So it was good to see him doing well. So he's getting a good bit of training in. If he keeps it up, he's going to do well. He's going to do well for sure. So that was a good weekend. I've noticed we've had a few, if you know, some of the teens have been in on work experience and stuff like that, which is good to have them around. It's just, thought I'd touch on it just because it's like, we try to run that smart world champion program. So we try to give the guys the best base possible to achieve in the sport that they want to achieve in, but we also recognize like trying to build a well-rounded individual too. So like their education, their ability to work and stuff is also a component of that. So that's just another part there. So smart world champions. We had a write-up by Zebra Mats as well on the gym. They were just, obviously we got all the mats from Zebra Mats, but they just highlighted our academy. The amount of mats we have here is obviously crazy. Like we've got, it's more like we got like 6 large training areas, and we've got a few mats over spare for when we run large events as well. So they've done a write-up on that and just about the quality. Like we were looking for quality mats when we were setting up the gym because we wanted quality everything, you know, and that's what we got. So thanks for the write-up from them guys. The morning classes, a few people have been in for the 7 a.m s. It's Tuesday, Thursday 7 a.m. and then Monday, Wednesday 12 p.m. So if anyone is on shift work or etc. and wants to get in on them, do. The group of people that are in there now are dedicated. Like they're those guys that are doing, you know, good chunk of sessions, and as such you can see a good chunk of progress being made. Surprise, surprise. So if you want in on more, and especially shout out to any of the teens that are getting in there, like there's a couple of teens coming in before they go to school, you know, they're getting the training in, they're going over, they're going to school, they're coming back, they're training in the evenings, so anyone that keeps up that sort of routine is going to be good, you know, and that's as simple as it is. Speaking of teens, the children, the next group down from the classes were close to full in a number of classes there, so there might be some waiting lists enacted. If you have any kids in the area and or friends, kids, etc., and you want them down, if you see an opening there, jump on it, because yeah, the way it's going to go, like there's probably going to have to be waiting lists in some areas. So just if you see a chance, get in on it. Keen Cuts, we've got the barber in Mondays. He's been doing good. He's been doing good. Obviously, he's a good barber. The guys like him. He's been training in the MMA program, training a bit of boxing, a bit of the Muay Thai, I believe, a bit of Jiu-Jitsu. So he's good for the chats as well, which is always nice. So he knows a bit about what we're doing, and yeah, he's good to chat to, which is always nice when you're getting your haircut, because you're stuck there for 20 or 30 minutes. Speaking of which, I need to get lined up myself. But you're stuck there for a while, and if the guy that's cutting your hair is an idiot, it's not the nicest. It's not the nicest. Yeah, it just burned the ear off you. Jeez, some of the stories I've heard in barber chairs, like, I mean, crazy, crazy. You just be like, oh, come on, I want to get out of here. Really want to get out of here. Like, so long story short, it's nice to have Keen. He's doing cuts, and he's doing them a lot cheaper than what he's doing them in town for. Usually in town, he's an appointment only, 30 quid. So thankfully we have him. And that goes on, actually, the type of people that we want in the gym. The ideal type of people in the atmosphere we want in here is just people that are coming in trying to better themselves, trying to be the best version of themselves that they can be, and impacting positively on the people around themselves on that journey in that direction. So they're not trying to step over anyone else in the gym to get there, or you're knocking people out left, right and centre. So that's what we're looking for, and that's what we have, thankfully. So we're going to stay on top of that, because I just noticed with the MMA, a few of the people that were trying to come in were not the kind of people that I ideally wanted. So yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on that. And actually on the MMA as well, if you want to follow some guys, there's a few guys there that are going to be rising up through the ranks pretty quickly. It's cool to watch their development, really. I really enjoy it. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of you guys will as well. The guys' development, I'd say, if you follow them social media and stuff like that, you'll be able to see a little bit behind the scenes of what they do on their journey towards the top. And two of the guys would be Kyle at the moment, Kyle Patton, and Jamie Nolan. So both of those guys have been fighting recently enough in the cage, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing their progress, you know, because before you know it, they're going to be pro and they're going to be doing well. So it's going to be nice. We've got Rasmus as well, who's fighting soon, another 3.5 weeks. He is, oh, I always mix him up, Swedish. He's Swedish. If I get the country wrong, don't kill me. Although Scandinavian countries always mix them up. But if you want to check him out, if you want to follow him as well, feel free. And behind those guys, there's another bunch of people that are going to be getting up through the AMI ranks soon after him. And the next bunch after that is going to be, I'd imagine it's going to be freaking huge. So keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on them. Yeah, the expansion of classes, like as I was saying, with the MMA area, people wanted it, so we've been expanding in that area. The 7 a.m.s to 12 p.m.s, teen classes, we have the boxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, etc. The classes are just nice and steadily increasing. There's more fundamental and beginner jiu-jitsu classes available to people also now. The Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30. On top of the Monday at 7, Wednesday at 8. So you got 4 evening beginner fundamental classes there for guys, on top of the intermediate, advanced, etc. classes that we have too. So there's plenty to be had, plenty of classes to be had, and there's only going to be more as well. So if you've anyone in the area that wants in on that, just send them down. If anyone could benefit from it primarily. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It's a bit shorter when I'm just here myself. Upcoming, the big one. The raffle for the Easter egg. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get that Easter egg? It's going to be Monday, so I know it's an early raffle, but we don't want the thing there sitting around melting all month. So we're going to give it away early doors. If you want, get in on that raffle, tenner an entry. Get in on the raffle entry. I think there's probably about 100 names in there so far anyway, maybe slightly more. The kids are mad for the entries on it. So there's only one egg, so a few people are going to be upset about it. But Easter egg raffle Monday. We'll do it on camera just so people know there's no messing around, because I think AJ was talking about trying to get that egg for himself. Unlikely. On the jits front, we have Grassroots is coming up. I think it's in 3 weeks, so it's the 20-something of March. It'll be up online there soon. It's because it was going to be on the same day as the Kids League as it usually is, so Kids League is on that time as well. It had to be pushed back slightly because there's just a bit of a mix up with the dates, but the Kids League is going to be on as well. Again, another great opportunity for the kids development. And Grassroots on afterwards. There's going to be gi and no gi, and it's going to be submission only. IBJJF legal submissions, and then if it's still draw, 1 round of EBI overtime. In addition, we're going to do the quintet teams on the same day, so a bit of something for everyone. It's going to be good. It's reasonably priced. It's 20-something quid for entry for a division, and rep charge system as well. So, you know, the usual now is 50 quid entry, and it's straight elimination. If you lose a match, you're out. With this one, it's close to half the price, and if you lose a match, once there's enough people in the division, you'll get another match, which there should be. We have got Pat on the sub over 80. So he's doing his best to train for that, but as you can see by him not being here, he's a seriously busy guy. So hopefully all goes well there. I think there's still a few tickets available, so if people want to go out there and support, feel free. We'll get to see some jiu-jitsu. It's not the best to watch though, is it? MMA, if you want to support the guys in the MMA, Takai and Raz. Well, Raz is fighting in Lucan on Cage Legacy in 3 weeks. Yeah, just over 3 weeks. So I think the tickets, they're going to get posted out to the gym. So if you want some tickets, let us know at reception. And there's a chance that Takai's going to get in on the undercard. So that'd be interesting. Hopefully he does. And then that's pretty much it. We got Grappling Industries. I know a bunch of guys that aren't doing the Grassroots, or aiming more towards the Grappling Industries, which would be a bit more expensive, but a good tournament, good sized tournament. I think it's similar to a NAGA level event, so that'd be cool to have. And the amount of bigger tournaments on the country now is, again, compared to what there was before, is crazy. Like, we've got the Grappling Industries, got NAGA, and then you've also, so you got April Grappling Industries. Then I believe in the summer there's going to be an IBJJF one. They changed the Irish Open to an IBJJF one. Then September is NAGA, and then I'd imagine the lads will be back with the Brazilian Dublin International Open in November, December. That's 4 big events. Obviously the price is pretty high. Most of them you're paying like 100 quid more or less to do it. So and you're probably fighting a lot of the same people. But if you have a chance to fight international people, saves you going over to the Euros, etc. At least you get to fight them on a home soil, don't need to pay for accommodation or any of that. Anyone that wants to do maybe the grassroots, we've got like maybe between 4 and 6 grassroots on a year. You can probably do 4 grassroots for the same price that you can do one of those events. So up to you, up to you. I understand people will choose whichever one they want to choose, but we got that option there as well. And plus we got our own couple of big ones too. We'll have our Dublin International Open as usual every year, and 1 or 2 other big events too. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It's been a busy old start to the year. It's been a good old start to the year. Just keep it up. Let's have a good year. Woosah.